Hi guys, it's Dr. Cody Dukes and we are back again for another video. Now guys, you already know what to do. If you have not already, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to this channel. Guys, it doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. It won't hurt you at all. I promise to hit the bell and to subscribe. So go ahead and do it, guys. I'm dropping 5 videos a week. That's one every weekday. I cover motivational and inspirational content with a pop culture twist. I look at things like movies and TV, sports, superhero, anime, you name it. I try to find the motivational aspect of it and present it in a way that's digestible for you guys, that you can understand it and then implement it into your lives. So if that's the type of content that sounds interesting to you, this is the channel for you. So today I want to talk about Spider-Man, and specifically the movie Spider-Man Far From Home, I think was the name of it. It was the second one of the Disney Spider-Man movies. But the reason I want to talk about this movie is because, you know, there's this interesting and well-known concept that comes from Spider-Man where, you know, when his Uncle Ben dies, he always remembers the saying that his Uncle Ben told him when he was, you know, had been telling him really his whole life, is that with great power comes great responsibility. In fact, it's like a recurring theme in any iteration of Spider-Man. It's this concept of with great power comes great responsibility. Now, you never actually see Uncle Ben in the new Spider-Man movies, and you never get to see him die or anything like that. But that theme of with great power comes great responsibility always runs through the Spider-Man story arcs. And so in Spider-Man Far From Home, you see Spider-Man right after the death of Iron Man in Avengers Endgame, where he and the entire world is like trying to cope with the loss of one of the world's greatest heroes, and arguably the world's greatest hero at the time. And what happened is in the movie is that that Iron Man had left Spider-Man a pair of glasses to control this great basically army of drones, powerful drones that can basically, he built them to be the defense system for the earth. That's what Iron Man built them for. And he entrusted them to Spider-Man. And so what happens in the movie is that as Spider-Man has these glasses, he basically gets overwhelmed with the responsibility of being the world's next great superhero and having this great power to be responsible for. And because of that, he basically just hands over the glasses and the responsibility to someone else. Now, in the movie, it turns out that this person is a villain. He wants to use them for evil, and Spider-Man has to go fight to get the power back. But it's just funny how the whole arc of Spider-Man's character is with great power comes great responsibility. And then you see Spider-Man become overwhelmed with such a responsibility, such a power, that he just lets it go. And I feel like that's what happens to a lot of us. A lot of us have this great thing inside of us. We have this great power, this great call, but we get so overwhelmed by the responsibility that comes with it that we'll just let it go. That business we're supposed to start, we start to look into it and, oh man, that looks like a lot of work, right? That degree program that we're thinking about chasing, and we start to look at the curriculum. Oh man, that looks like a lot. That actually happened to me once before. Before I started pharmacy school, I started to look at another program. I mean, this is right before, and I looked at it, I was like, oh man, I'd have to take a bunch more classes. You know what? I'm fine. Ain't nobody got time for that. But this is how we do. We have this great call inside of us, these great aspirations, but then we look at the responsibility of it and we get overwhelmed and say, no, I'm good, right? And then we do just like Spider-Man. We see someone else with it. We see someone else living the dream that we had. We see someone else actually put the business in place that we were thinking about starting, and we think, man, that was my idea. I should have followed that. But it's too late. They already doing it. Why? Because we just were afraid of the responsibility of taking on the challenge. In fact, I had this conversation with my brother a little while ago, not that long ago, where I brought to him this idea of maybe something that could be like a possible business venture. And the first thing he said was, it sounds like a lot of work. Now, he said it in the context of, he knew that if it was going to be a business venture that he started, that it's going to be something that he needs to be passionate about in order to not want to give up when all of that work set in, that's what he was questioning. And of course, I did a whole video on counting the cost. Go back and watch it. That actually speaks to the principle that he was putting into practice, right? But for a lot of us, when we see an opportunity or we see a goal, the first thing we think is, oh man, that's a lot of work. And just like Spiderman, we're like, hand it off. We'll hand it off. We'll let it go. We won't even try. So guys, my question to you is, what is the thing that you've thought about? The thing that you considered doing, the venture you considered going after, and when you saw the prospect of all of the work, it allowed you to forget about all of the power and greatness and the benefits that came along with it. What is that thing? Guys, I want you to consider or to reconsider going after that thing. I want you to reconsider allowing the responsibility to make you neglect the power just because it looks like a lot of work. Guys, anything in life that's going to be worth doing is going to be a lot of work. I'm telling you guys. Anything in life that's going to be worth having is going to require a good bit of chasing. Any treasure in life that's worth finding is going to require a little bit of digging. So of course it's going to be a lot of work, but guys, what is it, right? What isn't a lot of work? So guys, that's my video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the channel. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, guys. It doesn't take anything for you to like or subscribe, guys. Just show your support for your boy. Help me out. Until next time, guys. Peace.